Just Vox.
Before the Chai's Season 6 premiere is over, Ija's dad gets a first-hand lesson in how ruthless, exacting, and horrifyingly violent his new business partner can be. But will a cold-blooded killing committed within feet of Emmet's shocked face be enough for him to end his financial dealings with Doda? But before we proceed, please kindly make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification icon. Emmet and Keisha are having morning sex, but she's not into it. And she's really not into it. And she's really not into how he wants to ignore the kids crying until he's finished. And then Emmet said they can't always get what they want. The reply Emmet gave Keisha didn't sit well with her either, and then she replied, "You can't always get what you want either," getting up and putting on her robe. As they bicker, we learn that Keisha is close on getting a teaching job, but she's got to get through an observation first. On his way to Smokey's for the restaurant's grand reopening celebration, Emmet finds Otis waiting for him outside the apartment. Duda's henchmen tell Emmet to get in the car. Seems foreboding, right? But Otis instead takes him to buy a new suit, telling him, "I have to invest in you, as a man." Then they toast to new beginnings and new friendships. It's all sharp threads and champagne until Emmet is asked to hold a gun for a minute, and the reality of what he's gotten himself into creeps in. Meanwhile, Keisha is late for her observation, and she doesn't win any additional points by questioning the classroom teacher's insistence that a male student raid in front of the class when he clearly doesn't want to. Keisha respectfully stands up for herself, but it doesn't help. "Maybe you're not the right person for the job," the teacher said to her. Later, though, the teacher notices how easily Keisha bonds with the boy over the book, and she eventually gets the position. When she returns home, Emmet excitedly tells her that Otis helped him get a new car, a whole lot of money in his bank account, and a potential Smokey's location in New York. She's not pleased that the former mayor has such a large presence in their lives, but she puts it aside so they can celebrate her new job. That happiness is short-lived when Keisha finds out that Emmet bought Tiffany a new car on Otis's suggestion without consulting her. They argue a bit, then he gets out of bed and leaves without telling Keisha where he's going. He winds up hanging out with Duda and two of his hired car thieves at a bar, where the elder statesman of the group teaches the younger men the proper way to smoke a cigar. Otis pressures Emmet into talking to his realtor, even though Emmet isn't sure he's ready to buy a house like Keisha wants him to. Then Otis yells at him for his hesitation. In Otis' words, he says, "If you listen to me, I promise you I will make sure you will have enough money to keep all your women very, very happy." As easily as if he were getting up to use the restroom, Otis stands and fatally shoots a guy at a nearby table who annoyed him earlier in the evening. As Emmet stares horrified, Otis casually puts on his coat and bids everyone a good night. Our next recap is on Victor and Tiara. Victor and Tiara are very much together following his declaration in the Season 5 finale. But he's stressed about the election, which is imminent. Tiara tells Victor your life will go on whether you win or you lose. Victor's campaign manager, Quincy, thinks he needs a viral moment to help shore up his chances at nabbing the city council seat. His manager said to him, "You need to be caught doing something nice, relatable, and family-friendly." So he secretly films Victor changing his shirt after getting accidentally doused with a beverage at Smokey's. And it maybe works. Victor ekes out a narrow win, which earns Quincy a new role as his chief of staff. Tiara shows up to the victory party, despite her earlier hesitation not to invite the ire of transphobes. And Victor is a very happy guy. Lastly, let's start with Kevin, who is now an emancipated minor, gets an apartment of his own, but returns home to shop for groceries. He's caught in the act by his mom and Dree. They tell him adulthood means figuring out money stuff too, but Nina takes pity on him and gifts him the bag of food. Later in the episode, Kevin throws a party to christen his new place. And after almost everyone is gone, Kevin and Maisha kissed. Otis sweet talks his way back into Tracy's bed but is gone by morning. While scrolling through social media, an Eartha Kitt interview about compromise and relationships catches Tracy's eye, and that got her thinking again. Otis strikes a new deal with Rob, giving him a better cut. Marcus is romantically involved with Fatima, who wants to be his official girlfriend, but Gemma is not happy about that development. Papa is interested in a slightly older co-worker of his at Smokey's, and that's it. This short recap on The Chi. Join us on our next video for episode 2 of season 6, and don't forget to drop us a comment in the comment section below.